Hello and welcome to another edition of the Cantina of Comics.
Today we're going to show you how to make a bubbly drink while you're tracking down Jedi.
And we're taking a look at some bounty hunters coming up. Welcome to another edition of the Cantina of Comics. I'm Matt.
And I'm Kristi.
And what drink are we going to make today?
Today we are going to do a 7 and 7th Sister.
Ooh, we're getting into some Grand Inquisitor territory. Okay,
totally.
So this is a take on the traditional 7 and 7.
7 and 7.
Okay, so what do we need to make a 7 and 7th Sister?
We need 2 highball glasses filled with ice.
Okay.
And then we need a shot of Seagram 7.
Now, what's in a Seagram 7?
Well, it is. Hold it. Let's see.
Let's read the label.
It's American blended whiskey, a whiskey of distinctive character,
Ooh.
Smooth, rich, full flavored, and with a trace of heaviness.
A trace of heaviness. Okay.
But I'll tell you what, I know you know that I had to sample it before,
Oh,
you know.
And how was it?
Well, actually, so it's a little rough,
Okay.
but it's a little heavy.
No, it's just a trace of heaviness.
However, it is really good in a cup of coffee.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
really
even better.
tasty.
Would you say better than Kahlua?
Well, Kahlua is coffee liqueur.
Yeah.
So in coffee, you probably can't taste it that well, but amaretto would be really good in coffee.
But you can definitely taste the Seagram 7 in your coffee.
It's really, really good.
Okay.
So
we
1
just need
ounce of Seagrams
in each.
And then fill the top of it with, or top it off with 7-Up.
Okay, so that, I mean, man, this
I know.
just looks so easy to make.
We really need to get more technical. We need to have our viewers give us some technical.
But not too technical.
Some technicaler.
Something a little bit more involved, maybe, than just a 3-ingredient recipe.
The ice.
Ice.
The Seagrams and 7.
Okay, and so you just let it stir up a little bit, or?
I mean, I don't think, oh, it does say stir slightly. All right, yeah, stir slightly.
Pour whiskey into highball glass with ice.
Hey.
Fill glass with 7-Up.
I'm gonna try it.
Stir lightly. No, there's no teleprompter here. No, not at all. Okay, so this is a 7 and 7th Sister. She was one of the Inquisitors off of Star Wars Rebels.
What's an Inquisitor? Somebody
And
ask questions.
these are the Inquisitors who, think of the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition with lightsabers. So that's what that is. And so they helped Darth Vader track down the remaining Jedi after the Purge.
The Purge. I didn't see that movie.
No. Okay, so...
Are we gonna clink?
Yes, we are. Here we go.
Jeez, I've been waiting for like 15 minutes to clink already. You ready?
You have a very distorted sense of time, just like you have a distorted sense of heaviness. Okay, so... Huh.
Different.
Okay, so I definitely taste the whiskey in it, and it's like a bubbly whiskey.
Yeah, you can't even taste the 7-Up really, it's just the bubbles.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I kind of like that.
I bet you would like it a lot with that peach whiskey. Right?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would definitely.
It'd be
And
good.
we could call it like an 8 and 8th.
An 8
and
and
8.
8.
Or a 9 and 9th. I don't know.
Or a PEP.
Or a 5th and 5th. I wouldn't call it that, but I call it maybe a 5th and 5th sister. Or an 8th
For
and
sure,
8th
adding
brother.
more 7-Up. Water down the whiskey.
Yeah.
Does it taste a little heavy? Is it a trace?
It's
heavy?
just a trace of
Just
heaviness.
A trace of heaviness.
Just a trace of heaviness.
But it's full flavored for sure.
It definitely is. It's.
I can feel it in here. Can you feel
Yeah.
it? Mm-hmm.
I would definitely sip on this throughout the day.
You would?
Yeah,
Your
it's not too
fizziness
bad.
might fizzle.
My productivity might fizzle too if I have too much of this. All right, well, that's how you make a 7 and 7th Sister. Coming up, we're going to talk bounty hunters, and we have another episode of For What It's Worth coming up. And welcome back to the Cantina of Comics. Today we're talking about one issue. We're talking about Bounty Hunters, issue number 13. This is Showdown on Smuggler's Moon. This issue is written by Ethan Sachs with pencils by Paolo Villanelli and colors by Arif Peranto. This is a tie-in to the War of the Bounty Hunters that's going across all the major Star Wars titles, and this issue takes place after issue number 1 of War of the Bounty Hunters. So to get you up to speed, Boba Fett has lost the frozen in carbonite body of Han Solo, and now Jabba the Hutt has placed a bounty on Boba Fett. We pick up issue 13 of Bounty Hunters with Valance and Dengar on the trail of who stole Solo out from under Fett on the planet Nar Shaddaa. The two meet up with an arms dealer named Devono Vix, who may have information, but Valance's blunt style of talking leads the pair to a shootout and a chase that puts them on a collision course with a certain Wookiee and gold-plated droid who are also on Nar Shaddaa. Our interlude takes us to Dotharian and to Onga and Losha, who continue their search for Catalaya, who's the key to stopping the crime war. Then both parties learn that Crimson Dawn is behind the taking of Han Solo. It's hard for them to believe because everyone thought that the crime syndicate had faded into history when it turns out that they've been hiding in the shadows, biding their time. And now here are my quick takes on Bounty Hunters issue number 13. Right at the start of the issue, we get another Star Wars swear word, Fask. Please use it in a sentence. Fask me, Fask you. In the arms market on Nar Shaddaa, you can get practically anything, including Gungan grenades, and they're on sale 2 for 1. Taonga and Lasha have the domesticated Nexu with them that they've named Furball, which is cute until Furball tears you limb from limb. We learn that Wookiees are like elephants, they never forget, especially sneak attacks from bounty hunters. And then there's that final page reveal of a certain Star Wars mobile game, Assassin. So what did you think of Bounty Hunters issue number 13? You can go ahead and leave us a comment. Also, go to our Discord page, just go to utini.com/discord and look up EU Comics. And of course, for everything Star Wars comics, you can check out the Cosmic Force podcast every Wednesday on the Utini Podcast Network. And welcome back to the Cantina of Comics, and we have another edition of For What It's Worth, and today we're talking about the Star Wars Jawa action playset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so this is kind of interesting. This is something that you might have seen in catalogs, like the Sears Roebuck catalog,
Really?
the Montgomery Ward catalog, JCPenney catalog. And so what it is, it's depicting a scene from Star Wars with, you have the Sandcrawler, the Jawa Sandcrawler. It came with this, which is the escape pod for R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Okay.
It opens up like that. And action figures not included.
No, of course.
And so, when you talk about action, you think, oh man, this is going to be great. It can really do two things.
I see one.
So yeah, there's one where you can move an action figure on a peg back and forth.
I need some WD-40. No, I just
break it. And then, there's a couple items on here that you think do something, but they don't.
Okay.
And then here's the piece de resistance. Here we go. Ready? Oh, look, it's R5D4. Those are basically the only two things you can do with this action playset. But it was kind of cool. It's made out of cardboard, so a lot of these did not survive, the 70s into the 80s. The base part is plastic, and it's kind of funny because they took this exact set, painted it white, put an AT-AT instead of a Sandcrawler, and now you have a Hoth, Ice Planet Hoth action playset.
That's funny.
And so pricing this thing out, it's kind of interesting. Obviously, this cardboard part is worth a little bit more because it's cardboard. A lot of them didn't survive. As you can see, there's wear and tear on it. And so if you were to sell this on eBay, it'd probably be anywhere from about $40 to $50 just for this cardboard part. This escape pod, and I'm pretty surprised, all the stickers on this are pretty intact. After a while, stickers on some of the they'll peel and lose their adhesive. But this one's pretty good. This one can anywhere be from $30 to $45.
Wow.
And then the base itself is $20 to $25. But altogether, if you were to find this out in the wild, if you were to find it in a box, if you were to find it with the instructions on how to put the tabs into places, anywhere from about $150 to $200.
Do you remember how much it was originally?
I do not. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, as far as action goes, yeah.
It's super, super exciting. Like,
It is. I'll tell you
it
what,
was
hours and
worth
hours.
of enjoyment.
An hour or an hour.
Or a
worth
couple
of-
minutes.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the that's the Jawa action playset.
That's awesome.
So that's going to do it for this episode of the Cantina Comics. If you have, in fact, if you have some of this old stuff, vintage, some of this vintage stuff, post a picture of it. We'd love to see it, and you know, a lot of love on this one because it was very well used. And we want to thank you for watching. Leave us a comment, like we mentioned earlier. If there's a drink that's a little more intricate than just a 3
I gotta start doing a little bit more research.
let us know down in the comics, down in the comments. How many of these have I had? I don't know.
Half a one.
Not even a half. I've had this much. Please leave it in the comments, and we'd love to reply to that. So, on behalf of Kristi, I'm Matt. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep on reading and keep on drinking.